Welcome to another video tutorial from 2dgameartguru.com. Today I'm working in Affinity Designer to create puzzle pieces. This example is extremely simple. It uses the same puzzle piece rotated by 90 degrees in 4 different colors. Let's start with the base shape. Using the rectangle tool while holding down Shift constrains the proportions to create a perfect square. Next up is a circle. I duplicate the circle and connect the two circles with a smaller rectangle. I horizontally align these three elements before combining them using the Boolean add. It helps to turn the snapping on when you align the connector curve to the square. You want to align the connector's center to the middle of the square's sides. Duplicate, move, align, duplicate the two parts, rotate them, and you have 4 sides set up. Before I combine these with the square, I create a duplicate in case I need to make changes later, as the next move is destructive. 2 of the connectors get attached to the square using the Boolean add. The other 2 get cut out by using the Boolean subtract. In order to curve those connectors nicely, I select the 4 nodes that connect the circle to the square using the corner tool. It allows me to round multiple nodes at the same time. You can either bake the appearance or select the object and convert to curves to make the change permanent. Curved corners don't scale properly with the object, hence the conversion to a curve. I duplicate the puzzle piece, rotate it by 90 degrees and align it to the first one. And that's where it becomes tricky. It is a rather complex shape and sometimes it does not align properly. Even though the snapping is on, you have set it to the right targets and it still does not want to align properly. I use the node tool, select all the nodes and snap, and even then sometimes it does not snap properly. Switching the node you select to move the whole shape can make a difference. Using the bottom left node rather than the top left node of the square and snapping to the lower right of the first tile works. Play around with it. It usually works pretty well selecting nodes and snapping to nodes rather than working with shapes and snapping to shapes. Once all 4 shapes are aligned, I scale the whole design a little bit to bring it all onto the screen. Apply a fill color and a gradient and adjust the gradient color where I'm not happy with it, which usually happens with the yellow and orange tints. Going down to a black looks kind of dirty, so let's change that to a orangey tone. Select all 4 puzzle pieces, apply a blend emboss layer effect, set it to inner and adjust the light direction and the radius. I group the tiles and add an outer shadow to the group. That way the tiles don't cast a shadow onto each other. Make sure that the light direction of the bevel and the outer shadow matches. This was a rather simple design with just 1 puzzle piece. In order to make it more flexible, let's go back to the shapes prior to the Boolean operation and combine them as an editable compound group. I add the rounded corner effect straight to the connector piece, align the squashed square to the connector piece, combine it with a Boolean add, and then round the corners on both sides. This way the cutout of the lower part will be exactly the same as the addition of the upper part, and the puzzle pieces will connect smoothly. I place the connectors on all 4 sides of the square and combine everything as a compound group, either by holding the Alt key and clicking on the Boolean add or via layer create compound. The compound will act as a single shape. It will hold 1 fill color and 1 stroke or 1 layer effect. Let me turn the rather annoying snapping candidates off. I copied the bevel effect from the earlier piece and can now duplicate and adjust the colors, and then go into the layer panel and adjust the Boolean operations that define how the elements of the compound are connected. The little blue icon on the right side of the layer acts as a drop-down menu. You can change from add to intersect to subtract or to XOR. In order for the blue tile to connect to the green one, I want the two sides to be subtracted. Duplicate the compound to create another tile and change the settings of the compound to make variations. Thanks to the editable nature of the compound, it's easy to create the next puzzle piece and make it connect to the pieces around it. I recorded 2 more videos. One is about aligning the puzzle pieces and the other one is about adding content inside the pieces. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and let me know in the comments below what you would like to see on this channel, and I will see you again soon.